So this E4 hydrogen, E4 fuel cells, and so can you sort of give us a snapshot of what each of those are, and then we'll sort of get into the setup of them a little bit.
Yeah, so if we look at SFC Energy from a global organization, there's really 4 streams of business that we're doing with fuel cells.
Okay.
So there's the methanol fuel cell that's going to be the industrial grade. There's also a consumer version, a military grade, and then there's a hydrogen fuel cell that we're getting ready to launch. So for us in Canada, we're more focused on the E4 methanol industrial grade fuel cell, and then we just launched actually earlier this week the hydrogen fuel cell into the market.
Oh, wow. Okay. So where would be just general? What would be some examples of that, just across industry wide? What would be some examples where they'd be applicable?
Yep. So if I look at the methanol-based fuel cell, it's targeting a niche market. It's very low power applications. So it's going to be perfect for remote RTU applications, security and surveillance, repeater sites, really anything that's less than 2.5 kilowatts of continuous power. And then when we look over at the hydrogen fuel cell, that one starts at 2.5 kilowatts and scales up to 50. So that's going to be emergency backup systems on telecommunications.
Right.
Disaster relief communications. There's a lot of different applications, and I think we're just starting to scratch the surface and learn where that product's a fit.
Because there has been a lot of growth, right? As a company, didn't you open up a facility in Toronto?
Yeah, we're in hyper growth mode. So last time we met, we were based out of Calgary. We had our office in Grand Prairie, Vancouver. We had Phil, who's always been stationed out of Montreal. But we grew the business down in the U.S. to the point where we're opening up our U.S. entity that's going to cover strictly in the U.S. And then in Canada, we just opened up an office in Toronto to support the fuel cell growth, and then as well as our relationship with Schneider Electric.
Yeah, I was seeing some Schneider parts actually back here. What is that relationship?
Yeah, so that's what's unique to SFC Canada. We're a distributor for Schneider Electric and their remote operations line. So that's instrumentation and measurement, and then there's going to be SCADA and telemetry, and those are products that we're have an exclusive relationship, and we've been working with Schneider for 25 years.
The company's been, so this is not a new relationship with Schneider.
No,
Okay.
so this was when we were back at Cymark Controls. We were the distributor for ABB and Schneider Electric.
Right, I see.
Yeah, and so why SFC ended up acquiring us, there's a couple different reasons, but they were trying to bring the fuel cell technology into Canada. And because they're targeting a really niche market, when you look at a SCADA pack RTU, that's one of Schneider's, that's one of our main products that we offer from Schneider. It's a very low power device that's being installed in the middle of nowhere and requires a really reliable backup of power.